Welcome everyone back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys an experience that I had. Um, Basically, God spoke to me. Um, so I wanted to share this experience with you guys because um, it's basically gotten me here to where I am today. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I've been through a lot of things in the last year and a half, you know, and basically um, I was very prepared for it because God spoke to me. So to my new subscribers, welcome. To all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. And I'm just going to jump right in. So basically, just to give you a bit of background information for my new subscribers that haven't watched my other videos. In the last year and a half, my I had a window fall on my head. I have this, I don't know if you could see that scar right there. So I had a window fall on my head, and that was May of 2018. Um, After that, my brother-in-law got into a severe car accident, which to this day, he's still in the nursing home. And after that, we found out that my mother-in-law had stage 1 cancer, which she doesn't have anymore, thank God. We just got the results back on that. Thank God. And then, so, we also found out that my mom has Parkinson's and a whole lot of other complications in the midst, and this is all starting May 2018 until today. And then so basically, we also found out that my sister has a lump. So there's been a lot of things going on. We had a couple of family members die recently also. So, there's just been a lot of life situations going on. In the midst of all of this going on, I started my YouTube channel. I also left my job of 10, 11 years. I recently left it in January. And so basically the reasons I feel I was able to withstand all of these situations and, also leave my job and start anew and build fresh and just do everything, that I've always wanted to do is because God spoke to me. So before May 2018, a couple of months before that, I would say almost like 6 months before that, I had a dream. And basically in the dream, when I woke up in the dream, I was surrounded by total destruction. There was destruction everywhere around me. I mean, burning buildings, everything was on fire. It was really dark and just gloomy, and it was total destruction. There was nobody there. I didn't see anyone. I was just standing in total destruction. And as I was standing there looking around, trying to figure out where I was in this dream, I looked over to my left, or rather my left right now, but I looked in the dream, I was facing this way to my left. And I could see, like, on that side, everything was beautiful. Everything, like, it was like sandy, and there was this huge monument building, and in front of the monument there was two really huge flower pots, and in the flower pots there were these pink roses. And as the wind blew, as I was staring over there, because mind you, I'm standing in the middle of destruction, and I'm trying to realize what's going on. But I was so captured by what was going on to the left. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And the flower pots had pink roses. And when the wind blew, you could see like a golden, like as if the rose, I could never explain how these roses look. It was like as if it was, when the wind blew, it was like the essence, or I would say the scent of the rose blew with the wind, and it was golden. It had like a golden fairy like dust mist to it. And as I'm staring at this, I look up, and then I see this huge statue falling, tumbling, and then it hit the ground. Boom! And then when it hit the ground, I didn't realize how big it was until it hit the ground. It was like, it was the tallest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was bigger than big and bigger than biggest. So at that point, when that happened, I start running. I start running, and when I start running, I see one little building that's, mind you, I'm still on the destruction side. I'm not on the side where it's like, you know, beautiful and just like, I'm over here on the destruction side. So I'm running. And I see, as I'm running, I see this little building that's not, like a little project building that's not burnt or on fire or anything. So I'm running. I run to the building. I open the door of the building. And when I open the door of the building, there were like 12 or 13 steps. And on these steps, there were like men dressed with burgundy robes and had like a golden sash, and they were kneeling. And when I walked in to the building and I seen this, I said to myself, I said, how are they kneeling on each step like that? Because they were literally, I mean, it was close. And all you seen was these men dressed in these burgundy robes, and they were on each, like the step, it was like a staircase. And then at the bottom where the first step was, it was two of them, and it was two on each one going up, but they were literally kneeling right, and that's almost impossible. So I'm looking, and then so when I step in and I'm noticing this, one of them, they were like this, they were like this kneeling on the steps, and one of them in a sense acknowledged me but didn't open his eyes, and he was like this, and he looked at me like this, but with his eyes still closed. And when I seen that, I was like, oh my God. I was like, in the dream, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? So I just start running up the steps. When I start running up the steps, when I got to the top of the steps, there was this super bright light. It was so bright, it was blinding, and I was so scared because in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Like I really felt like if I was going to go into the light, I was going to die, because I guess I had this perception in my mind that, you know, when you see the light, you're dying. So, which is not true, because if you watch my videos, when the window fell on me, I had an outer body experience that took me to a dark place, but it wasn't a bad place. So watch that video. So anyway, so I'm at the top of the steps. I see this bright light, so I'm afraid to go towards the light. So I bend the corner and I keep going upstairs, stairs. So then by this time, the stairs disappear, and I like snap. And all of a sudden I'm in this apartment building. I'm in an apartment inside this little apartment building. And I look out the window in the apartment building, and I still see on one side where the building that I'm in is still in destruction. And on the other side, when I look this way, it's still beautiful. And all I see are these roses. blowing in the wind, their essence, the golden, like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know. I don't think there's a word for it. And then so basically, I jump out of the window, not out of the window into the destruction. Like I jump back into the apartment, like, like I jump back into the apartment like this, and I sit down and I'm Indian style, and I'm like so scared, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So when I said, oh my God, what's going on? All of a sudden, I start seeing this really, really, really bright. The light was so bright that you couldn't see anything else in the apartment. And I was just sitting in Indian style, and all I could just keep seeing, it was coming from this way. And it was so bright. It was so bright and comforting. It was a comforting brightness. I don't even know how that feel, like how to explain how that feel. It was just so comforting. And when I started looking into the light, this form started coming down, and the form was dressed in a cream colored robe that had golden like doodads everywhere and ropes. And when it was coming towards me, I started to try to look at the face. But when I looked at the face, I seen my husband's mother. I seen her face, and me and her have always been super, 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 super tight. Like since day one, since I met him, she's always loved me. I've always loved her. We've always got along. I never had any problems with his mom whatsoever. That's a best friend to me. So I'm thinking maybe he came to me in her form so I wouldn't be scared, because when I was going up the steps, I was so scared of the light. Maybe he felt I should come to her in her form. And and then at that point, when I seen her face, I felt warm all over and just so happy. And I almost forgot about everything that was going on and where I was and all the destruction that was going on outside. And she came down, she was smiling. Her hair was so thick and black and long, and just, she looked so beautiful, and she had on, and to this day, and I've told her about this dream. I sat down and had a long conversation with her about this dream when I originally had the dream. And basically, she had this gold lipstick on. And the lipstick was so gold. It was the gold. It's a gold that you can't replicate it. You can't. I'm like looking around trying to find, you can't replicate it. There's nothing there's this color gold. And I'm just looking. She just floated, like gracefully, like glided through and sat next to me. And the whole time she did that, it was still bright, and I was staring at her lips, her lipstick. And I was looking at her. She was smiling at me, and I was looking at her, and I was like, your lipstick is so beautiful. And she went like this, wiped it, and was like, don't worry about that. And when I looked at her hand, it was like the gold wiped off on her hand, and it was like, it looked like if I could stick my hand onto hers and go in it. That I can't, it was like a liquid gold. And then so when she said, don't worry about that, I looked at her and her face, and she was like, everything is gonna be okay. She said to me, everything is going to be okay. And when she said that to me in the dream, mind you, this was all in a dream. When she said that to me in the dream, I started thinking, and I'm like, I went to ask her, well, what are you talking about? And she just was gone after that. So you know, after that dream, basically all of the destruction came. You know, we found out about the cancer. We found out about the car accident. We found out about my mom. We found out about my sister. I left my job, you know, like really hard times. Really, really, really hard times. But he prepared me. The universe prepared me for what was to come. And, you know, you can choose to pick up what I'm putting down or leave it where it's at. But that was, and excuse me, that was my human experience for today. I just wanted to share another piece of me with you guys. And just to let you know, like, God is real. Destruction will come, whether it be on a minute scale or on a, left for the sake of words, say on a global scale. But the message that was given to me, I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to let you know that everything is going to be okay. And I'm sorry for being so emotional and distraught and shaky, but, you know, it's real life. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that this video helped someone today. I hope you help someone today. I hope you have a good day or night, whatever time zone you're in. And make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'll definitely see you in the next one.